Hello, little, tiny, beautiful, adorable gay people in my phone, and welcome back to the penultimate episode of Glass Closet. Thanks so much for being here. This is a show where we talk about gay shit that happens online and offline and everywhere in between. And today, we have a very special episode because this is the first time we have two guests. And they're two very lovely guests who I followed for, I want to say, 5 years. Your stories, your journeys, your content, your queerness. GreyxAJ, I would say the resounding, standing lesbian TikTok couple of the rise of like TikTok, honestly.
Wow.
What do y'all think? Is that true?
I would like to say so, yeah.
Yeah, I identify with that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
How would y'all describe your content? How'd y'all get here?
By being gay.
I feel that way.
Obviously. Our content is just gay yearning.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's how it started.
That's how it started.
That's how we started. And then
Yeah.
now it's just kind of what we're doing. I'd say it's more like lifestyle content
Yeah.
versus yearning. We
But it
don't
started
like
off
do
with
thirst
the
traps no more.
yearning. Oh, yeah. Well, we can talk about the thirst traps later, but that's not for right now.
I think it was super defining of the time, like the yearning present, because so many people came out in 2020 and like COVID's happening. And then I felt like, I remember the first time I saw one of y'all's videos and it was like, grow up with us. I started yearning in that moment. I think it really was definitive, especially because y'all's story is so unique and so powerful. Like y'all met 10 years ago?
Yeah, we started talking online 10 years ago. But
Wow.
on April 18th of this year, we will officially be together for 10 years.
Oh my goodness. How long were y'all together when you first started doing social media?
Oh, at that point, it must have already been like 6 years or 5
Yeah,
years.
5 or 6 years.
How old were you?
When we first got together?
Yeah, or when you first started posting?
Oh, when we first started, that's kinda
17,
hard. Yeah.
18.
We went viral on multiple
Yeah.
platforms. Like we had like these text posts on Instagram that first got us viral, which I think helped with us like getting viral on TikTok because people knew us from those pages.
Mm-hmm.
So we started those around like 16, 17. But our TikTok, we were like 18.
It was 18, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it like having like your love story be immortalized, I guess, or what was like the decision? Whose decision was it? Who was like, let's make this video?
Okay, I'll give you the full
Yeah.
backstory. So back in 2020, it's COVID, and we hadn't seen each other for 3 months, I think, because the city was basically on lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, I always loved recording videos. Like that has been my thing forever. I started posting videos on TikTok, just being like, I can't wait to see my girlfriend again, making compilations of us. And so from that, I started getting like a very small following on my personal TikTok. And then people were kind of anticipating the day that we linked back up again.
Oh.
And that was actually on Grey's 18th birthday. So May 26, 2020, we met up. And
Oh,
also,
my 19th birthday.
your 19th birthday.
Yeah,
Oh god, yeah, I
didn't even
turned 18
realize
that year.
So okay, 18, 19, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were both like in masks. We also did not kiss. We did not hug. We were 6 feet apart, but we made it like a few TikTok videos together, just being like, we're reunited, and those went viral.
Wow.
Yeah, it was some cringy lip syncing stuff.
It
But
was a product of its time.
It was.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah. I feel like we were talking earlier before we started shooting, and like Ray was telling me some stuff, and I was like, no, I know. I was there, you know? And I feel like I even remember like the first time I met y'all was, oh my God, bad time for me, 2022. And it was at some function, and I was like, I had never, like, because I think coming up in 2020, like, I blew up and there was no one there, right? It's like, I didn't know who, like, now I feel like people will approach and be like, hey, or I'll see other creators, but like, it was inside vibes. So when I first saw you, I was like, oh my God.
Is this at my pop-up shop for my jewelry business?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah, I remember. Because I think we were mutuals on TikTok at that
At the
point.
time, yeah.
And I don't remember what you said to me that day.
I said
but-
work.
But yeah, I remember after that. And then I ran into you at a couple events.
Yeah.
At the Woods, maybe once.
Famously. I feel like
Yeah.
the Woods comes up in every episode.
It's,
This is not an endorsement, but I do love it. But all that to say that, what's it been like being so viral during a time where there was nothing going on outside, and now kind of creating your platforms and your brands? How does the real world interact as like influencers?
God, I don't know. Like, I would say it was like so hard to like even like what you're saying, approach other creators, like especially in New York. Like we went a couple of times to some events in LA, and like I'd say there the creative space is a little bit more
curated.
Yeah, like so like people kind of know how to talk to you. They ask you about followers, what kind of content you make. Like there's like that type of small talk that's built. And I'm noticing now that we're seeing that in New York, but I would say when we were first blowing up, like there was like nothing.
No guidance.
Here.
Like there's.
Whenever we came across another creator, we kind of like were so excited because we're like, oh my god,
yeah,
somebody our age who's creating. Yeah.
Especially when they're queer too.
Yeah, which is so rare. Although, not that rare, but you know, few and far between.
Yeah.
And the gay community online is very close knit. Like you know every gay person online.
Yeah, but you see them at the Woods.
Yeah,
exactly.
But Woods is like doubles as like a queer meet and greet. I feel like I've met every other lesbian TikToker at least once. Never at the same time though. It's always like one person gets a night. Me, I'm always there. You just might be there. I'm doxing myself. This is crazy. But like, do you guys like go out a lot? Like, and what's that like? Do people recognize y'all? Like,
definitely when we were back in like 2021, 2022 TikTok, every time we stepped out the house, somebody was coming up to us and recognizing us. Not so much anymore, but I think because we were younger, we were outside a lot. We didn't have a place to be, so we were just outside.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Our place to be together was outside.
So that was before we moved in together and stuff. So.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So how long have y'all lived together?
3 years now. It's gonna be 3 years. Oh no, 3 years. Yeah, in January.
Wow. Like, what's it been like? Because I've had so many, like, you know, there's been creators on the pod and they talk about their journey, but like to have someone intrinsically like tied to you, with you the whole way, like what are the ups, what are the downs, what's the reality of it, of being like a TikTok couple or like a content couple?
You know, it's really weird. This is, I don't know, kind of tangent, but back in 2020 when we were blowing up, we were getting lots of comments saying that we weren't a real couple and that we were faking for clout. I'm guessing that was happening around the time or something. But I was like always I was really defensive back then. I'm like pulling up pictures from when we were like 14. I'm like, we have been together. We just started making content together for funsies, but like this is a real relationship.
For sure.
And it always is weird for people to be like, oh, you guys are my favorite TikTok couple. I'm like, we exist outside of TikTok. Like, we're people. Your favorite real couple maybe, but I think that's fair because we do make content online.
I see, But I think, I mean, I know for sure it felt like, even when you're saying that, people were drawn to your content because it's like you're telling this story. And like now we get to be a part of like, what, it's been the next like 4 or 5 years of your relationship. And then it's almost like now these bitches are here, right? Like you had 7 years or what, like 6 years together. And now it's like all these bitches in the back, like, and we're here too. Scooch over. Like, do you feel like, has there been weird shit going on with like boundaries or people feeling entitled to information about your relationship or criticism?
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like we're relatively private people online, which is kind of insane. And there's, you know, like, I don't know. What do you have to say?
I think like a lot of people, like kind of going back to what you said about us being like people saying we were a fake couple, we don't really post a lot of like content of us like being intimate because we just don't want to be sexualized. So a lot of people take that as like, oh, they're not a real couple because I only see them hold hands.
I forgot about that. That was a lot of people being like, you guys don't have any pictures kissing, you guys aren't dating.
Yeah, and it's like,
I'm like, okay, so like these couples that you're seeing together that only last like a year, like they're making out on TikTok and that proves that they're a real couple. But like, we don't need to make out for y'all, for us to know that we're a real couple.
Yeah, 100%. Especially because I feel like as your brands have evolved, it's no longer about like the story, right? Or just like, oh, we're together, we're a couple. Whereas I feel like, no shade, like some of these little TikTok couples will pop up and make some cutesy like urine content, circa y'all eating your nachos actually off a relationship that's like built on rocks and sand and dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it speaks to how real your relationship is that like you are not out here making all this content that's so contingent on it. Like you just are a couple and you make content and it's not about like, I don't know, people should just stay out of your business. I don't know. Whatever.
Tea.
That's my take. You ever look yourselves up on Reddit?
Yeah, all the time actually. I love doing that just because, I mean, for one thing, like I have the OF, so I need to make sure nothing's getting leaked.
Real.
But, you know, people be screenshotting stuff off of like our Snapchats, off our Instagram stories, just to post it. And I'm just like,
interesting.
Okay.
My
like,
Reddit is actually pretty chill. I feel like your things on Reddit are people coming at your tattoos and your piercings.
Oh,
yeah.
my God. The amount of pages I'm on Facebook, apparently.
Like inspo page?
No.
No. Like, people, like, oh my God, what are they called? What are those pages called?
It's
And they
just
like not like snark pages,
No, they're
but
just
they're
like-
like just like hating pages. Just
Oh.
like
There's like worst tattoos.
yeah, worst piercings, whatever. Like I'm on all those pages.
Oh my God.
And people will send it to me and be like, "Hey, bestie," and I'm like, "Damn, I got fans everywhere."
Yeah, clearly, they're worried.
Not
That's
even on
insane.
Facebook, but okay.
Off some tattoo. Like, I think that's so interesting. I'm like, okay, but are you a good person? Like, maybe I'm just not, because I know, like, I've dated people who've been, like, very, like, tattoo. Very tattoo, yes.
I like that.
Period.
I know there's a lot of, like, culture and history or, like, ideas around, like, the art people choose to put on their bodies. But I'm also, like, yeah, but isn't it their body, though? Like, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
Lots of notes.
If I ever see a tattoo I don't like, I'm not gonna go screenshot it and post it on a page. I'm just gonna be like, well, I don't like that
Right.
tattoo, and I'm gonna scroll past. I'm not even gonna comment it. You know, like I'm just gonna scroll past.
Move about my day.
Why don't we do that? Let's practice that
Let's
in
normalize
2025.
it.
That's in this year.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Seeing something you don't like and just scrolling.
Just scroll
Putting
past.
down your phone even.
Yes, go outside, take a walk.
Yeah, y'all are real advocates for outside. Like,
Actually,
Yeah.
spending time outside.
actually,
It's good. The air isn't that fresh in New York City, but you know, we'll take what we can get.
Exactly, a win is a win, you know? But you did mention Snapchat. That was the notes. So I asked y'all earlier, where are you guys making content? I know I found y'all on TikTok. Y'all are on Reels, you're on Instagram. But you said Snapchat. What's going on Snapchat.com? these
Everything's
days?
going on Snapchat.
Oh my God.
I feel like there's a huge migration from TikTok to Snapchat.
Hmm.
I feel like Snapchat's kind of the new YouTube. Like people are vlogging their day every single day, and it's so much easier than like sitting down and editing
Editing.
something. You just post live what you're doing, and
Whoa.
yeah,
it's
that's what we
almost like
do.
a podcast in a way, but
Yeah.
it's so unedited. It's so like
It's raw.
yeah, like you're just literally setting your phone down, being like, "Okay, I'm making my coffee. Like I'm making food today. This is what I'm eating. This is the book I'm reading." Like and
Yeah.
people are just so into it, and I'm just
And yeah, I would say that's why I really love Snapchat. I remember I got a hate comment once on our TikTok account, and somebody was just like, "You guys have no personality. All you do is pose and take like pretty videos, but like you have no substance." Something like that. And
Huh.
like it really hurt me so much. And I think on Snapchat when I first started posting, people were coming from my other channels and stuff and be like, "Oh, I actually had no idea what your voice sounded like. I had no idea like any of these small details of your life." And I was like, "Oh, it didn't occur to me that you guys would want to see that, I guess."
Real.
And also it's really easy to just like reply to people and just talk to like the people who follow you, and I think that's like really fun and cool.
Yeah. I think that's also really interesting because we were kind of talking about like the different models of content, right? Like in 2020, it was very much like trending sound, relatable caption, and then like little hey. And like I miss that. I miss those days. I miss the lower for content. But like now, you know, I'm doing like PowerPoint presentations and like y'all, I feel like now y'all are doing like Snapchat, you're doing like vlogs, and which I think is really smart with the ethos of like the story that's unfolding. I'm like, you guys are brilliant actually. I get this, like this is the sequel. How do you feel about the transition in content, staying on top of the trends, knowing what story you're telling and how you want to tell it, or you know, even going from a format of content where it's like nobody knows what your voice sounds like to that being your main content where it's like just my day-to-day life?
Honestly, it's really nice. I don't think I really love the trending sounds and
Yeah.
stuff because
The culture shifted.
Yeah, it's hard to fit our story into trending sounds as well. Like you're sitting there trying to think of your own caption that makes this relatable, and like I think we were getting really lost in the sauce at some point, and that
Right.
kind of made us fall off of TikTok. We stopped posting. I was like, there's no joy in this, and there isn't any substance. Like maybe I respect that commenter a little bit because like they changed my mind, and I was like, shit, like who am I? Who am I showing up for you guys?
Real.
Yeah.
That's so. I was talking to Elo stuff. Oh, shout out to Elo stuff. And something she said that really like shifted is just like, or I guess we were having a conversation about the ways that being on social media can like skew your ethics or morals, or like teach you a lot about who you are as a person, like what you will do for a view, what type of, you know, person you are. And I think being people who blew up or got attention online, like it's young people, it's like teenagers even, like what are those lessons? Like how has being like a public figure influenced your like you coming of age, you know?
Mm. That's a really
really
good question. Yeah.
I'm a podcaster.
I think being a couple
Mm.
definitely created a lot of challenges
Mm.
because at the end of the day, like, our relationship comes first. And once TikTok and social media moved away from just being for fun for us and then being our full-time jobs,
Mhm.
there was definitely like, are we willing to just like make these videos even though like it may cause arguments between us or like just anything like that, where I was like, it's not worth it if this isn't making us happy and isn't benefiting our relationship.
Yeah.
Which is why we stepped back from TikTok for, I want to say like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and Instagram, like our joint accounts. 'Cause I was like, I just want to be in love with you without it being work.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like, I'm such a believer in, like, whatever you love doing, you, like, do it without pay and it'll eventually, like, the money will come. Like, we just did this because we were yearning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that,
I
like,
just missed you or whatever.
no,
Aw.
like, that's literally all it started from. We didn't, like, think that this would, like, make us money at any point. We didn't think
Yeah.
we'd even be here, you know? So I think, like, it was kind of good in a way to kind of, like, let it, like, dissipate, and, like, we're kind of coming back to it now. So, like,
Yeah.
you know, we're finding ourselves. We've grown a bit. We've had some time to make our own content as well.
Yeah, like our manager at the time like hated when we said that we wanted to take a step back from
yeah.
GreyxAJ.
As managers do.
Yeah, because that's where the money was at for
And
him.
we were telling him, just being like, it's not making us happy, da 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 da. And he's like, well, why don't you guys just like take like a week break or like figure out a
Right.
way to like post your own stuff on your joint channels. And I was just like, you're not hearing me, and you also don't respect our relationship for
Right.
us.
Yeah.
No longer with that manager.
Yeah, I see that vibe. It's like people, it's hard because your content is so based on being authentic, sharing your life, sharing your love, sharing such a vulnerable part of yourselves, and then people also don't see that it's also a business, and people are trying to breathe down your neck and exploit certain aspects, especially when it's like not a choice you get to make on your own. It's like a part of a relationship, a dynamic, a duo, where you need to think of someone else, and you should, and you want to. Like, it's just, I respect it a lot because I know it's not easy, and I'm sure, of course, it has the benefits of having someone who loves you deeply and who you've known for so long by your side. But I know it's a hustle, so
Yeah, it
Big
is still
ups.
work, but at the end of the day, like, you know, like, there's no difference between, like, a work wifey and a wifey. Like, work wifey is wifey.
right, right. I mean, I'd love to hear more about like how you guys fell in love and like
Do you want the full backstory? Like, you want me to
Please.
start from day one?
day one. Dive in.
Okay. This is actually a story that we've only shared a few times. Like, we always say that we met online, but like not a lot of people know where we met online. But we met on Wattpad.
Wow. Oh, that's niche.
It's so lesbian.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is 2014.
Oh.
August 17th, 2014.
Oh.
I had started learning how to play the guitar, and I was like, oh, I need to find members to start a band with, because that makes sense at 12 years old. And I stumbled across Grey's profile. I think we were in like a comment section under like a My Chemical Romance fanfic or something.
Actually, that's not true.
No, it's not true. What is
No,
it?
I was reading one of your books.
Oh my
and
God.
I had voted on every single chapter because I liked it so much, and
No!
I had comments on your books.
Wait, this is like Love is Blind before Love is Blind.
And then you
Yeah.
DM'd me because
I read your
literally
bio.
had spammed, commented on her books. Like, I was
Oh
just
my
like, oh
God.
my God, I love this. Like, I don't remember what
I
it
don't-
was even
God knows.
about. I just remember, like, I just kept, like, commenting because I was just that type of person online.
Period.
And then, yeah, you
I
had,
read your bio, and it was like NYC drummer,
Mm.
13 years old. And so I messaged Grey, and
Slid in the DMs.
slid in the DMs.
Oh, Wattpad.com.
Grey did not respond. I know, right? Until like maybe like a couple days later, I double texted. And then you're just like, oh, hey, sorry, I didn't see your message or whatever.
Yeah,
And
I
then
didn't have notifs on for Wattpad because I wasn't allowed to have Wattpad, so.
No, that's fair, that's
you already
fair.
know.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, I see you're a drummer. Where do you live? And you were like, the Bronx. And I was like, oh my God, that's cool. Where was I living at the time? I think I was
You were
I was in Brooklyn already.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, yay. do you want to start a band with me? And what? Am I skewing the story?
No,
If I am,
you're saying
please
it.
correct me.
No, you're saying it all correct. Yeah, we decided to start a band and
Start a band.
Oh.
I could not play guitar, by the way. I think I had taken one guitar lesson, but I was sure that it was going to be super easy, and then I was,
What was really funny was I was already in a band.
You were in a
and
band.
I had said yes to your band as well.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, whatever.
Wait, was this y'all really trying to start a band, or was someone trying to slide?
No,
No, we
just
were really
trying to start a band.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah, hell yeah.
And then, obviously, I slid you my Kick.
Yeah, we were on
Naturally.
Kick.
And we start texting on Kick. I just want to throw in here that Grey had photoshopped their eyes blue.
Oh my god, Facetuned. I had Facetuned the hell out of my photos to literally like make my skin look so bare white, literally like no blemishes, blue eyes, blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
I don't know what was happening. I was having an identity crisis.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, this is me.
We're like
cute.
sending selfies to each other. And then I have no idea what we started talking about.
Wait, did y'all know you were both gay at this point?
Oh, we
I
had
rem-
asked in like maybe like a week or so after we had been talking or whatever. We were like, oh, like, by the way, like, what's your sexuality? And I was like, yeah, I'm bisexual. Because I always said that when I was younger because I was just scared of saying I was a lesbian. But like, you know. And then you're like, yeah, I'm bi too. And then I think like maybe like a couple days later or something, I like texted you and I was like, hey, I lied to you. I'm a lesbian.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm a lesbian too.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah. Gosh.
Aw.
Was me saying that I was a lesbian like what made you say that you were a lesbian definitively? Because I remember for a
don't
while you were
know.
just like, I don't know, I just like you, and I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I have no idea. I do not remember 12-year-old me's thoughts.
Me neither. That was so long ago now.
Okay, fast forward. We're friends online and we're texting all the time. And then how do we organize a meetup date? I don't remember. I was like, I want to meet you.
We'd been
like,
dating online for like 5 months or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so from August 17th
Sorry,
to
we're all over the place. with
April
this.
18th, we're just friends.
Okay.
April 18th, we're like, we should date because you're cute, I'm cute.
No, I
Yeah.
asked you out.
You asked
It's
me
not
out.
that- yeah, it's not that we just decided we should date. I asked you out.
It's been 10 years. The story's getting a little blurry in my head. No, correct me, please.
Okay, yeah. So I remember at that point, like I was telling my friends that I liked you, and I remember being like, "Is this weird that I'm trying to date someone like online?" And they were like, "No, like people do this all the time. Like I have a boyfriend, and like obviously they did not. Whatever. I asked you out, and then not even like a month into dating, I was like, "I love you."
Oh my god, yeah, one singular month.
Yeah, but at
First
that
I
point,
love
like,
yous.
we were already like best friends. Like I
Yeah,
knew like everything
bestie
about you,
westies.
so I felt like, in a way, like we had kind of been dating like that whole time. And then yeah, like I told my best friends like I really want to meet this girl, but she lives in Brooklyn and we live in the Bronx. Mind you, I'd never been to Manhattan before, so this was like I was trying to like orchestrate something. I
Like
don't
this
know.
was long distance. This is New York City long distance because it's a
Right.
2-hour train ride from Brooklyn to the Bronx.
Indeed.
And then also we're 12, so I'm not allowed to take the train.
right. That part.
Yeah, so we didn't see each other.
Wow.
But then yeah,
my friends had told their mom, and their mom found it really cute that like we were trying to meet up and that we were gay and everything. And she's like, "Yeah, I won't tell your mother. It's okay." And yeah, so we had orchestrated this whole thing. Told my mom I was going to M&M World with some friends, and that their mom would be with us. So like, it's fine. You don't have to come.
and also my mom knew I had internet friends. Like my mom's a
Yeah.
millennial, so she's really chill about literally everything. And I was like, yeah, I want to meet this friend that I keep talking to you about. And the morning of that we're supposed to meet at M&M World, my mom's like, is that your girlfriend? And I was like, no. And then she asked me again, she's like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, that's my girlfriend.
Oh.
And she was like, okay. Like that was just like, she was like, okay.
Wow. So you've
And
known
then-
him since day one. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
that's the day y'all met in person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And so I go to school. After school, we finally meet up at M&M World. There's a really fun video.
It's one of those girls. I was like, oh, they're running. We didn't have time to record. I know.
So I had been close friends now with Grey's best friend at the time too. So like it's a cute run and hug moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we proceeded to not look at each other for the next 3 hours.
You know,
No eye contact.
course.
We're
Zero.
14, 13 at
Oh,
that
yeah.
point, and so it's like you know, like online when you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna kiss you, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
And then when you get in person, you're just like,
Me on a Tinder date, like, for real, like, I get it. To this day.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we met up again, like, we went to a movie theater, watched some random movie just to be next to each other for 2 hours.
Did we sit next to each other in the movie theater?
Yeah.
I remember we did not talk also again.
Yeah, like we had shared a thing of popcorn, but we didn't talk.
Yeah, like we saw each other like every 3 months, like after that mark. Super awkward each time, but in the text messages it was different, you know, like we're all in love and shit. But and then in high school, Grey transfers for their sophomore year from a high school in the Bronx to a high school in Manhattan. That's a 5-minute walk away from my high school.
Ooh.
And then from then on out, we hang out every single day after school.
Wow.
And then we're here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now we're here, 3 months living together.
3 years.
Oh, 3 years.
3 years
Sorry, not 3 months. 3 years with our beautiful son, Espresso.
Yeah, we have a son.
Oh my god.
A furry son.
How long have you had a son?
3 years.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, since you moved.
He was a birthday gift
Yeah.
from me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best birthday gift,
Yeah, I know.
honestly. Can't top it.
Do you guys, like, not to be hot topics, I don't know if this is, but, like, do you guys want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Like, what do you see the next 10 years? Like,
I think we'll definitely be getting married, but kids,
I feel
More
like-
cats, dogs.
yeah.
Real.
Like
Yeah.
maybe like when we're like 50, we'll like adopt teenagers,
Real.
you know, just
Yeah.
like give them like a place to crash, do your thing, you know. I'm not here to harass you. Yeah, I don't really see myself having kids,
I
but
feel
yeah,
that.
plenty of pet animals.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Soulmates are real. Guys, the sun is shining, the air is clean. Like, wow.
I love it here. Only
Yeah.
gay people.
What's some advice you'd give for, like, a healthy, long-standing queer relationship?
This is like my favorite question that people ask us all the time. Like, I find it so funny that people ask us for relationship advice when I've been in one relationship my entire life.
I mean, that
It's
that
impressive,
stands
though.
for something.
It
though.
It
Not a
does,
lot of
it
people have
does.
that. I think my advice would be to just like be open and like talk about things. I feel like the more that you don't talk about things, you like not only build like animosity, but like you're also just not letting your partner know like these things about you. And then how are they supposed to like fix things or like mend the relationship, you know? Like it's so easy for like people to just break up or fight over like really dumb things that you could just talk over. So
That's really real.
that would be my
Yeah,
takeaway.
that was beautiful.
Oh my
you.
gosh. When did you feel like you learned that? Like 14? Like, just like, how'd you?
Not gonna lie, yeah, like when we were maybe like 16, I want to say.
I feel like we had
yeah.
like a sit down conversation and we were just like, we can't keep arguing over dumb stuff. Like if we're gonna be forever, then we're gonna be forever, and like we have to let everything go. And then, yeah, smooth sailing since then.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like let everything go. I think more than anything, it was just like be real with me, you know? Like I can't read your
Yeah.
mind, like be real with me. So I think that's like our main takeaway is like just be honest, be open.
Do you feel any type of way or have any reflections on it being your first relationship? It was also your first relationship?
Yeah, like this is, yeah.
Wow. Like, and it being queer and it being, like, how do you think your dynamics, the things you've been through, even the content you make, like the life you lead has differed from like a straight couple in your exact same position?
Ooh.
I mean,
What a loaded question.
growing up queer was kind of crazy.
sure.
Like, especially like being in high school. Like, I don't know.
Were you out at school?
Yeah, I was out as a lesbian at 12 years old in my middle school. I was like actually really cool. Like, I'm very lucky and privileged that like being a lesbian was a cool thing in my school. I was the only out person there. I'm really thankful. But I was like popular in 8th grade.
Hell yeah.
Not that popular. I was still weird. But
still.
but people like kind of respected me, and I was like whatever. And then I went to my high school, and then everyone was gay there, so it didn't really matter. I wasn't cool anymore.
Damn.
Then I was just weird and gay. So
He is fuck.
I was weird and gay in high school. So, yeah, I went to a school that was mostly boys. So, when I first transferred there, because I transferred my sophomore year for her, it was really interesting because all the boys were, like, flocking to me because it's like, oh, fresh meat. And I was just like, oh, no.
This is not a safe space.
do you not see this haircut and this
Oh
color?
my God,
Because
stop. I had
Grey's hair
blue
was
hair,
bright blue.
I had, like, short hair. Like,
It was
I
such a
just-
time.
it was a
gosh.
time, and I was just like, y'all are barking so far up the wrong tree.
I'm not getting nowhere. Sorry. And y'all were together, no?
Yeah.
Yes,
my
yes,
gosh.
they would see her pick me up and everything, and they would still be
Oh my god, they would
like-
hit on me.
Mm.
They wouldn't believe that we were actually dating. Yeah, it was weird.
Or like in the
Wow.
hallways, people would be like, yo, I seen your girl on the train. And I was like,
Okay.
all right, that got
Congrats.
nothing to do with me. Yeah. You want to share your favorite tattoo?
Oh,
That was in the nose.
go ahead.
AJ, what is your favorite tattoo of Grey's?
Well, you know, I like a lot of them. Like I like this castle right here. This is really nice.
Do you know what castle this is?
Dracula's castle.
Yeah, yeah.
I also really like this neck tattoo.
I like this tattoo because whenever we go to like lesbian bars, there is like 5 lesbians on Grey being like,
Oh my god, I love your tattoos.
Oh, it's always that.
how much did it hurt? And then I'm just like standing there like,
And then I'm like, yeah, how much did it hurt?
wow. It's like without a doubt, like that's gonna happen at least once when we go outside.
I
Somebody's
feel
gonna be
that.
Like,
Oh my god, your tattoos are so nice.
Yeah.
But probably my favorite tattoo would be this one, which is me.
Oh my god. Please show camera.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God,
literally just
everything.
a pinup of AJ. I actually like kind of made this photo as well,
Oh.
the reference, because we did not have this. I wanted her curly hair, but I wanted this fit, but I wanted the moon boots.
Oh my
So that's good.
god. Was the everything part of the vision? Or?
No, so actually I had the everything and the nothing beforehand because I do everything with my right hand. I do literally nothing with my left hand. Like my
Right.
left hand's always like T-Rexing, just like kind of limp. So, but yeah, when I got this tattoo, I was like, wait, kind of like, she's my everything. I like
Oh
that.
my god.
kind of
So,
gay.
yeah.
I think maybe a little.
Just tiny
Just a
bit
little,
gay, just a little bit gay.
just a little bit.
Wow. But I like what you said. Well, I didn't like it, but I resonated with what you said about feeling like you gotta like, keep.
It's hilarious every time, and I'm always trying to be really nice because like I don't ever want to rub people the wrong way. So I'm always just like, yeah, thank you, yeah, you know, it didn't hurt too much. It's all right. Okay, bye.
I actually find it just really amusing when people hit on Grey because like I don't feel a lot of jealousy. Like we're locked down. Like
Oh, yeah.
there's not a
No,
worry in the
absolutely.
world. So it's really funny to see Grey's reaction.
Because I'm just more awkward. Like
Yeah.
I never really know what to
Yeah.
say. I'm always just like,
Thank
oh,
you.
thanks. You know, like I don't know. The neurodivergence starts poking out a little bit. I'm just like, I want to go back to safety. You know, yeah.
Do you feel like, what's the dynamic been in like discovering your own individual relationships with queerness? I don't know if y'all identify as like femme mask for femme, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I would say like
I'm super femme. Like,
Yeah.
I love the label femme. I love the performance of femininity in such like an extent.
especially
you know?
like as a black woman, I feel like it's very like, yeah, I'm gonna be feminine.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take that.
period.
Feel that. Like, what's it been like discovering yourselves and being a part of each other's journeys in that way?
I mean, it's really nice to always have somebody there with you, like
Yeah.
somebody just like to talk everything through with, like any
Yeah.
insecurity you have, or like honestly, like discovering like labels and stuff. Like we have become so educated together.
Mm.
You know, it's always nice to like have those discussions with somebody.
Yeah, even like when it comes to gender and stuff, like,
Yeah.
geez, like my journey with gender has been a roller coaster,
Mm.
and you have been so supportive the entire time. So I'm literally nothing but grateful to have like grown up with you throughout that, because like going on testosterone, things like that, like I feel like that's so scary for people with newer partners because they're like, oh, like you dated me because I look like this and like I act like this, but I feel like throughout all of the changes that I've had, like different pronouns, different gender identities, like you've always been so respectful, and you've just been like, I just like you. I don't care like what you identify as. I just want to be with you, and that's so gay, and I love you for that.
Love you.
Aw.
What?
Being gay on the podcast.
That's
Oh my god.
so beautiful. What was that?
Like for me,
Yeah.
I mean, I what Grey said, like I don't care. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, like you've always been like, I don't care, but like in the best way possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just like
Yeah.
whatever makes you comfortable. Like I don't have any problems with it. You know,
Yeah.
explore your identity. Like whatever you need from me, just tell me, and I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've always
It's. I
been
don't
so
feel like it's
supportive.
like my job to feel any type of way. you
Yeah.
know, except supportive.
Absolutely. I just feel like that's such a, I think in the lesbian sphere where we're seeing a lot of like discourse and dynamics about who can and can't be a lesbian and who and pronouns invalid, and it's just so nice to just see two people be like, and we love each other, and like I'm just gonna be there for you, you know, and like at the end of the day, like if it makes sense, it makes sense. Period.
Exactly.
It's not
That's
for
it.
us to figure out the things of the world. Like, it's just like we love each other and we're gonna be ourselves together.
Exactly.
Oh my god, let's put this on Reddit. Like, I think Reddit needs to hear this. Oh my gosh.
It's getting real in the glass closet.
Honestly, I think that's a beautiful note to end on. Like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and mess with my fucking makeup. Like, oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you so much for, like, being on. Any last words to the gay people? This might be the last episode of season 1.
Oh my god.
Be gay, do crime.
Yeah, more to come in season 2, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So true. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Where can the people find you?
Yes, you can find us on Instagram, TikTok at GreyxAJ, but then you can also find us on Snapchat.
Snapchat. Follow us on Snapchat at April Fools, except the I is a 1 and the O's are zeros, and also April Fools with a Z at the end. Sorry.
And my Snapchat is I'm 00Grey. Yay.
And I'm at teamnia on everything. Y'all have a gay day. And thanks for watching. Thanks for all the love on this podcast. Thanks for being gay or not being gay. Thanks for being allies. This was such an incredible journey. And I'm so glad I got to have so many incredible conversations with so many dope-ass queer people. And I hope we get to do it again. And we're going to do more gay shit very soon. All right. Deuces. That's a wrap. Ooh.
Wow. Amazing.
Damn, that was fun as fuck.